How we doing, everybody? It's AJ Torres, calling strikes courtesy of Undrafted Sports. And if you're a Yankee fan like I am, we have a dire crisis right now, and that is not only the Aaron Hicks replacement, but this is the current state of the outfield. Now, I do have a lot of names lined up now. Just a disclaimer: if it's an Aaron Judge rest day, I am not counting that. I got Aaron Judge in right field, and that is not going to be discussion. I'm going more towards center field and left field because of the injuries right now. So my only concern is we know that Aaron Hicks has got the injury bug, but one of the worst injuries you could have as a Major League Baseball player, aside from the Achilles tendon, which nobody recovers from really in pro sports, is really the wrist. The reason I say that is because there's ACL injuries that are more common than they've ever been, almost like a Tommy John surgery. It's terrible, but you get through it. And most of the rehabs are well. It's not like, okay, we got multiple ACL, MCL, soreness, fatigue over the years. That's different. But if you tear your ACL one time, it's not the end of the world for the most part. My thought is the wrist, because if you go back to Mark Teixeira, he was never the same, just simply because lefty, righty, every time that you hit the ball, or if you get a bad foul ball or you swing too hard, the wrist gets a little jacked up. And it doesn't matter, rehab, surgically repaired. You swing the ball or you swing the bat to hit the ball so much, it just becomes difficult. It's hard to maintain that part of your body. So, with that said, let's go around the horn of a couple of options. So right now with the call up, we have Ryan Lamar, or is that Lemare? Anyways, 32 years old. He's been around the league a little bit. He's doable defensively. That's why he's here. I don't think the bat is that great, but we've said the same thing about a couple guys, Gio Urshela being one of them. So I will take this as a grain of salt, and we will go from there. That's what we currently got. And currently, because of a quad issue, Giancarlo Stanton, not only is he at a DH spot, also, regardless if he's healthy, I'm not putting him in the outfield. That's just it. I'm not putting him in left field. That's just a done deal. So I cross him off my list. So we got a couple options here. Now, just another disclaimer. I know a lot of people have talked about this, but Devon Florio. So I have been a very big fan. I've wanted to be called up to the show. I also like that he's left-handed. This is a very righty-heavy batted lineup, and they try and put guys like Mike Ford and Brett Gardner that are hidden inconsistent, but they like the lefty in the lineup. And so far, I mean, it's been inconsistent to say the least. It hasn't been that great. The bottom of the lineup, it really needs work. It's a big concern for me. But for Florio, great fielder, great arm, semi-plus power. Average hitting, the problem that's going on right now is he's having a hard time hitting off-speed pitches, identifying and hitting the breaking balls, which I think is concerning for that level. And with him being just called up to AAA, where a lot of guys want to work on their breaking pitches before being called up, I think that's a good move for him. So right now, as we sit here in the middle of May, I could hold off right now on Estevan Florio. That's just me. I just want to see what he does. Do I think he'd be called up this year and do great? I think there's always that chance, but I just want to let everybody know, and I want to write that one off. So a couple guys, I know a few have brought up Derek Dietrich or Deech. My only thought is that if you go with Dietrich versus a couple other guys around the league, outside of a couple positions, I mean, I think we're going to see the same thing as Odor. So there's a couple people that have said, hey, can you put Odor in the outfield? And I'm like, I mean, he's a veteran at this point. He's still in his 20s. Hard to believe, I know, being called a veteran. But he's had so many reps at second base. I just don't see him going to the outfield like that. I just don't see that happening. I just don't think that's a good idea whatsoever. So Brett Gardner, do I want him in center field full time? As much as I love Brett the Jet, we have to just realize that he's older now. I'm pretty sure this is going to be his last season. I think everyone sees the writing on the wall, knock on the door. And we all love Brett Gardner. He was underappreciated by a lot, but he's got heart. He's got soul. He's got leadership. I'll remember him as a Yankee. Being in center field full time with Hicks being out, especially if he does need the surgery, once in a while I'm okay with it. But full time, no, I'm just not. Which leads to left field. Do we want to put Miguel Andujar? I don't like the way he run towards the fly balls. We know defense is not a stronghold. If since DH is vacant, you might as well see if he could get going at the bat there. Because in the field, we know Gio is a lock at third base, shortstop if we need it. But I just don't see Andujar in the outfield at all. Once in a while, just because you need a body, yes. But full time, no. Absolutely not. So, a couple other options. So, even though he's not hitting right now and he's been given the green light, Clint Frazier played a lot more center field than you think in the minor leagues when he was on and off the Scranton to the Bronx shuttle. Do I think he could play center field? I've been a little worried about his defense at the professional level, but would I would say no, but I think for some reason they're going to give it a shot. Something just tells me they might. Yeah. Let's see. So I got two more options going on. One would be Greg Allen, and I just think the problem being is I think they would have to designate him for assignment if they want to send him down and have him clear waivers, and I don't think they want that. But currently, if Greg Allen had a bridge, if Hicks did get the surgery, okay, would I mind Greg Allen bridging the gap for Florio sometime? I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. And would I rather give him a shot than Ford right now, who is absolutely ice cold like the scotch in the corner of the screen right now? Oh, absolutely. I'd love to do it. You might as well switch it up. If it's broken, if it's not working, replace it or repair it. It's just simple as that. And now, I think the most interesting one, and it's definitely a love-hate relationship with Yankee fans and the lineup and everything else. Tyler Wade. So Baby Wade, we know as a utility player. I think he could play anywhere in the infield. And left field, they've given it to him. He's got speed. He's got defense. And everyone said it. Left-hand bat, if he gets used to the hitting, he's golden. He's an asset. And he's great in the clubhouse. Essentially, if I had to give a comparison, if he could get the hidden down consistently, Ronald Torres back then. And we all loved Toe. Toe is just a likable guy. That's just it. So currently, he's actually doing well at the plate. They're shifting against him, and even though it's ground balls, and I don't like ground balls, we could go into launch angle and velocity later. But if he's hitting them the other side and he's getting hits, it doesn't matter what team it is, it's improvement. So even though it's only been a handful of at-bats, he's batting over 300 currently. And, hey, is it okay for him to get a shot? Yes. Am I going to say that he's going to be the everyday left fielder? Well, currently, if we had to go between Clint Frazier and Tyler Wade right now, I'm going Wade because I see his stock going up, and Clint Frazier just hasn't figured it up. His stock is going down, and I'm a big Clint Frazier believer. I got a T-shirt with his number on it. I believe in 077. I believe in Red Thunder. I really do. But do I think that there's something going on? Is it mentally? Is it mechanically? Is it physically? I honestly wish I knew the answer to that. But in doing so, I think we got a lot of options. It's just a matter of what's best. So going down to it, if we are going to wait for Estevan Florio to play in center field and bat in the lineup, because we need the lefty bat, who do we want in left field? Do we go with Gardner? Do we go, excuse me, do we go with Wade? Do we go with Frazier still? A lot of names, a lot of options. Some guys don't have options, but it's got to be very interesting. So my vote was actually right now going Tyler Wade before Florio's called up. And you could argue with me, and I think it's perfectly okay because right now I don't think it's a right or wrong answer. I just think it's a matter of we want to see more. We just want to see good baseball. But no matter what, I think if you're a Yankee fan, if you're Aaron Boone making the decisions, I think you're going to get grief no matter what. So that's all I got. This is AJ Torres of Undrafted Sports. This is Calling Strikes. So I hope everybody enjoyed. So if you like more topics, if you want something to be broken down a little bit more, always comment down below, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy, y'all. Later. Go Yankees.